Hi everyone, I'm Diana, and today you are going to be in for a treat because I'm going to share with you the success formula. It will be a success formula broken down so you can apply it in your own life. I recommend watching the video from start to finish and taking notes. I also recommend to watch it again in like 1 month and again in 2 months so that you can better focus on what you need to do to have success in life. A lot of the things that I will talk about is influenced by Tony Robbins. So if you enjoy this content, go and check him out. So let's get started because we have a lot to cover. So principle number 1, clarity. Bottom line is, if you don't know what you want, you will never get it. So you will have to be very clear and very exact with what you want to get. So if you say to me, Diana, I want to be successful. No. This is not being clear. This is too broad. This doesn't work that way. You need to be clear on, okay, successful. How much money you want to make, okay? Can you measure it? What would your life will look like when you are successful? Where you will live? What car you will drive? What friends you will hang out with, okay? We have this powerful system in our brain, the reticular activating system. RAS for short. And what's the purpose of this reticular activating system is to focus on what's important, okay? A lot of things are happening in the world and our senses go crazy. We get overwhelmed with everything that's going on. RAS allows us to focus on 5 to 7 things at a time. That's what humans can do. And we focus on what's important to us. We have the ability to program our RAS system. And the way to do that is to get clear on what's important to us. So you may have that experience when you are in the market to buy a new car, okay? And you want this specific type of car, okay? For example, you want the BMW, okay, in white color. And you go into town and you just start seeing everywhere the BMWs in this white color. Okay? Or as in our case, we wanted to get a dog, okay? And we wanted to specifically get an English setter. So we started seeing those English setters all around us when we walked, when we took walks in the park. So our brain focuses on what's important to us, and our brain starts to see things that are important to us. Those dogs and those cars were always on the streets, okay? It's just, I never noticed them because I wasn't focused on noticing them. So once you get clear on what you want, the RAS system will start to notice it. So in many ways, I believe this is how the law of attraction works. It's not like you say you want something and all of a sudden it just lands on your lap. No, it's not how it works. It's just, if you get clear on what you want, the RAS, the reticular activating system, will start to work on it. And it will have a direction now. It will know what to focus on. So your subconscious is doing it anyway, okay? Because if you tell what you want to be looking for, it will do that. It will work around the clock to make it happen for you. Opportunities are everywhere. There's abundance of opportunities, but we just don't see them because we don't focus on it. When we get clear on what we want, when we get clear on our goals, all of a sudden, we will see the opportunities that we never saw before. We will see things just coming to fruition because we got clarity. Setting goals for yourself is a great way to do it because it forces you to sit down and think about your goals, what you want to achieve, and write them down. Write what you want to achieve in every area of your life. Be very specific. How much money you want to make, where you want to live, what car you will drive, okay? Because if you just say, I want to make money, then okay, that's $1 for you. Now get out, right? So you need to focus on how much money you want to make. Also, one more tip, if you are setting goals for yourselves, avoid the tyranny of how, okay? Because your mind will think, okay, I set this goal, but how will I achieve it, okay? You may be hesitant to set that goal because you will say, I just don't know how I will achieve that goal. How is that going to be possible? Forget it, okay? Forget the how. Don't worry about the how. Reasons come first, answers come second. So set the goals for yourselves and you will figure out how to achieve them. I guarantee it. It was similar with me. So I set a goal for myself. Okay, I want to make $10,000 per month from selling on Amazon, okay? And at first I was like, okay, how I'm gonna do it? Like, which product will give me that $10,000 per month, okay? And I was stuck in this analysis paralysis, and I wasn't sure if this particular product will give me the 10,000. But once I started to focus on just taking action and not thinking about the how, okay, believing that it will happen if I take action, then the goals started to realize for me, okay? Now I earn $10,000 per month from selling on Amazon, and that was my initial goal. And now I'm working on another goal to make $40,000 per month from selling on Amazon, okay? So set specific goals for yourself. Principle number 2, become your own leader. People tell me all the time, Diana, I need a mentor. I need a coach to become successful. No, you don't need one. Step up, become your own leader. Stop being the weak person who just needs someone else to become successful. Realize that you have something called potential and that you've harvested it. It's inside you, it's just waiting to be unleashed. It's just waiting to be commanded out. You are a powerful, strong, and capable person. You have the ability to achieve whatever you want. But you need to step in the role of a leader, okay? Don't rely on other people to do it. Don't wait for other people. Honestly, you will wait forever. If you just wait for someone to say, I'm going to coach you, you will wait forever. Get that. Just make things happen. So step up, be a leader, and take charge of your life. Because if you won't do it, then no one will do it, okay? Now, Tony Robbins has something called the 3 mandates of leadership. So it will be helpful to take this on now that you are a leader in your life. So number 1, see things as they are, not worse than they are. As human beings, we have a tendency to see things worse than they are. When we set goals for ourselves, and we've never achieved that goals before, we think it's a bit scary and we don't know if we achieve it. We don't know what the outcome will be, okay? So we start thinking about the worst case scenarios. What will happen if I don't achieve them, okay? What could possibly go wrong? So you want to make sure that you see things as they are and not worse than they are. Number 2, see things better than they are. Set a compelling vision for yourself, okay? What could you become? What could you create? What could you achieve? So instead of thinking worst case scenarios, start thinking about the best case scenarios on a daily basis, okay? That's going to propel you to move forward. That builds excitement for you to move forward. So on a daily basis, think about the best case scenarios that will happen for you. Number 3, make it the way you see it. You have this vision for yourself. That's what you want to work towards. So this comes down to strategy, action, and momentum. Taking action to achieve it and to create the vision. Principle number 3, the power of belief. I can't emphasize enough how important it is the belief in your life and to achieve the things that you want. This is the reason that rich get richer and poor get poorer. You start to gain momentum when you see emotion get in motion. That's what's going to change things. And Tony Robbins has this thing called the success cycle. I will put a picture for you so you can see it. So on the top left, you are going to see the potential. On the top right, you are going to see the action. On the bottom right, you are going to see the results. And on the bottom left, you are going to see the belief. So how much potential do humans have? Unlimited potential. It's actually fascinating because we don't know yet how much actual potential humans have. There are things that once were seen impossible and now humans have achieved it. World records are broken on a regular basis. Okay, so humans have unlimited potential. But do our results in life reflect the potential that we have? No, oftentimes we don't have good results in life, right? Does this mean that if we take more action, we will get better results? Well, not necessarily, okay? So really it starts with your belief. Your belief is where things begin. If I don't have much belief in something, I don't believe that I can do it, okay? So how much potential am I going to unlock? Not much. And if I unlock not much potential, how much action I'm going to unlock? Not much. And if I take a little bit of action, my results will be poor. If my results are poor, then what's that going to do with my belief? Well, it's going to reinforce the belief that, hey, this doesn't work. Let's not even try it, okay? So this is a cycle. If you reinforce the belief that it's not going to work, let's not even try, you won't achieve success because you will just stop trying and you will just not believe in yourself. So if you have a belief where it's like you set a goal for yourself and you are wavering, you don't think you have full potential and you don't have full belief that you will do the XYZ, okay? If you don't have full belief that you are going to do the XYZ, you will not get to the full potential. And if you don't tap in your full potential, then you will end up in a cycle that just doesn't work. So let me give you an example. Let's say I want to lose 10 pounds, okay? And I know and I believe that if I do intermittent fasting in the morning, if I eat salads, if I do fasted cardio, okay? And if I cut out sodas, I have the certainty that I will achieve this goal in 2 months, as long as I stay consistent. So if I have a full belief that I'm going to achieve the XYZ, then I'm going to achieve my goal. How much potential am I going to tap into? My fullest potential. I have my full belief. I will tap the fullest potential, okay? If I tap my fullest potential, how much action I will take? I will take massive action. I will do whatever it takes. If I do whatever it takes, I take massive action, what results will I have? I will have great results. I will achieve what I want. And how that's going to impact my belief? I will reinforce my belief that if I do XYZ, I'm bound to be successful. Everything starts with your belief. If you don't believe you can do it, then you won't. I know sometimes you may not have the belief in yourself. You may not have the supportive family or friends. So if I can be your online friend and to say to you that, yes, you have the potential, you have the belief, you can do it. I want to help support you in that, but you have to create this belief for yourself. So let me give you another example. Roger Bannister in 1952 was the first man to run a mile under 4 minutes. Before him, nobody has done it. He visualized it every day, running a mile under 4 minutes. So he created the belief and then he achieved it. 46 days later, another human achieved it. Now, students in high school can run a mile under 4 minutes. Why? Because someone before them created the belief that they can do it. Someone before them did it. It shows that in all of us, we have the potential, we have the power. It just needs to be commanded. Principle number 4, take massive action. Persist until you get the results. So if you set a goal for yourself, you are trying something and you don't get the results, don't just give up, okay? Change your approach, try something else. Do more research on how you can do it. Continue until you get the results. So many people give up on their dreams, give up on their goals, because they think that it's just going to happen, okay? They think that the first time that they try, or maybe the third time they try, they will achieve it. It's not, it doesn't work like that, okay? You have to keep going to be successful. You need to be resourceful. It may not happen the first time you try. It may not happen the third time you try, but it may happen the 5th time you try. It may happen the 8th time you try, okay? You have to make it a must. It's not something that you want, it's something that you have to achieve. If it's a must, you will do whatever it takes. If you can't find a way, you make a way. That's what Tony says. So part of taking massive action is also the power of proximity. If you want to open up a restaurant, I suggest you go and work in a restaurant, okay? If you've got to be a busboy, be a busboy. If you got to be a server, be a server. Getting into that environment will allow you to learn more, connect with people, and understand the business. It's extremely powerful to you. You will learn more from being in that environment than from 5 years of reading books about it. So that's how I started my business, by immersion, by doing, and by learning as I went, okay? I learned how to sell on Amazon as I went on with my journey. I set up the account, I learned then about product research, I found my product, I then learned about how to find suppliers, I found a supplier, I then learned about how to set up my listing, I set up my listing, I learned how to do pay-per-click ads, and I did my first pay-per-click ads, okay? And if they didn't work, I tried to change them, okay? I tested different things. So you need to have a mindset of trying different things and testing different things if they don't work, okay? And keep trying until you make them happen. That's the mindset of success. Principle number 5, bring success to what you do. So this one was inspired by Wayne Dyer, and I think it's beautiful. Success isn't something that you go and get. It's something that you bring to whatever you do. If you are in a job you hate, or maybe you think that this is not your calling, you may still bring success to that job. You choose to show up, you choose to serve, and you make the best of it. Be the best in that position, even if you don't like it, because success breeds success. People will notice and doors will open. So even if you are working in a job that you don't love right now, decide, I'm going to bring success to whatever I am doing. And you know what happens? The universe will say, you handled that very well. Let me give you something greater. You have big goals, that's amazing. But start by bringing success to whatever you do right now. If you have a kid, if you work at an ice cream shop, you can still be the best ice cream server that have ever existed. Double back at that ice cream. Smile at your customers. Make it an experience. That's bringing success. That's being extraordinary. Show the universe that you can do it, and then it will say, okay, that person is ready for more. If you apply these 5 principles, clarity, become your own leader, power of belief, massive action, and bring success to whatever you do, you will set yourself up for success in life and in business. But remember, success is a science and fulfillment is an art. Success can be measurable, and fulfillment is about the meaning, the purpose, and about what you do with your results. So just because you become successful doesn't mean you become fulfilled. So along this journey, make sure you take care of yourself. Balance your growth with your health, with your spirituality, and with your relationships. This is the art of fulfillment. So if you found this video helpful, leave a comment below and share with me what was the thing that hit you the hardest in this video. And maybe share one goal that you are committed to achieving. Because when you declare your goal publicly, you become accountable to someone and you are much more likely to follow through. If you like this video, give a thumbs up and subscribe, and also share it with someone who might want to hear this. Thanks for watching and see you in the next one. Bye.